Hey everybody, Adam and Kathy, the Vegan Preppers here with a new video. We're going to do maybe a series, Ask the Vegans. And that's something Kathy started on Facebook. She posted a question for people to ask their questions, or a request, I guess, for people to ask their questions, what they would want to ask a vegan if they had the opportunity. And we are vegans, so we are going to answer some of these questions. This will be part one because there was a lot of questions.
Yay!
So we'll do a few of these. And if you guys have questions that you would like to ask, then please post them in the comments down there.
Yeah.
We will do our best to answer them.
Yes. So these are kind of like lifestyle type questions, or I don't know that we're qualified to answer super technical nutrition questions, but if you have questions like that, go ahead and head over to nutritionfacts.org. It's a huge resource of just so much content all about veganism and plant-based eating and nutrition and all of that. And so you can find a lot of information over there, probably a lot more than you can find from us. But at this point, we've read a lot of books by doctors and credible people, but we are not those people. So
we are credible, but we're not doctors.
Anyway, I would feel more comfortable pointing people in the direction of actual experts rather than trying to explain all this stuff myself. So anyway, question number one, not a shocker. Where do you get your protein? It's number one question, always, which cracks me up. But anyway, what's the answer?
The same place your protein gets its protein from. Plants.
Plants, yes, absolutely. And so, there's so much protein in everything. The idea that plants have incomplete proteins is just a complete myth that has been debunked. And again, nutritionfacts.org, I'm not going to get into all of it, but there's complete amino acid profiles in all plant foods. And you can get perfectly adequate amounts of protein. It's actually not an inferior source of protein. It's actually the best source of protein. The least harmful, least inflammatory to your body is found in plants. Super healthy. So many amazingly strong, incredible athletes live on nothing but plant proteins.
Yep.
It's just incredible. So anyway.
Tofu, tempeh, nuts, seeds, beans.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all plants have some protein, and bananas have protein in them.
Even broccoli. I was really surprised at how much protein broccoli has. Yeah. Anyway, it's true.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Eat food and you'll get protein.
Eating, healthy whole foods, not like a bunch of processed junk. But it's probably actually one of the only reasons that a lot of people get, quote unquote, enough protein is a lot of people in the standard American diet. It's because they eat a piece of meat that has a ton of stuff, but then the rest of their diet is so deficient in everything. But it's people are so concerned about the protein,
Yep.
And when was the last time you heard a story of somebody having protein deficiencies? It would be everywhere, all over the news, But what we do see is people dying of diseases of excess in nutrition, like fat causing heart disease and all of that stuff. But again, nutritionfacts.org. Our diseases that we face these days are because of the excesses of our diet, not because of the deficiencies of a vegan diet. So anyway.
Yep.
All right. That's it for that.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah. How many grams of protein is in your morning oatmeal, though?
38 grams.
38 grams of protein in his oatmeal every morning. And what do you put in it?
I put oatmeal, hemp seeds, flax seeds, cashews, raisins,
pumpkin seeds.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Oats are very high in protein, surprisingly. I was really surprised how high those are too. Iron too. So many good things. Zinc and pumpkin seeds. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
It's 1,000 calories and 38 grams of protein.
Wow. Yeah. Anyway, you're an athlete though.
Yes.
So you're training for a marathon right now. And so not everybody's gonna eat 1,000 calorie bowl of oatmeal in the morning. But I just feel like I want to point that out,
It doesn't have to be 1,000 calories. It can be.
Yes, just want to point that out. But then also just as an aside, because this is just extra because they didn't ask us this, but they're gonna get it. Have you noticed a difference in your athletic performance being vegan versus not being vegan?
Yes, I can perform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm faster and I don't have as many aches and pains and soreness, and I'm able to go a lot farther for a lot longer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and your recovery time is decreased and all of that. And so this is kind of like a story that you hear across the board of people who go vegan, and you would expect them to not have as much performance, but like the opposite is true. So yeah, you're not doing supplements or protein powders or anything.
Almost never.
Yeah, I mean every now and then, but not like, well, we've been out for absolutely forever, but yeah. Anyway, all right, cool. All right, that was it. That was pretty good. All right. So the next question, which I think is excellent, just so excellent. And I have them right here so I can just read them. Okay, so like as a vegan, if you don't want to eat meat, why do you still eat things that look and taste like meat? And the same with dairy. What's up with fake cheese? Well, I can answer the last part right away. I don't know what's up with fake cheese. It's gross. It's so nasty. Like, the closest and best faux cheese that I have found so far is Violife. It is the closest and the best. That doesn't mean that it's the best, like it's very good. But actually my absolute favorite faux cheese is a cheese I feel is not really fake cheese. It's the cheese that I make myself from cultured cashews. Like I make the cultured cheese, whatever, and then that stuff is really good, but even still the texture is not quite right. So, but the flavor is incredible. So I feel like probably we have some time before people figure out how to make a truly viable cultured cheese, you know, because really the taste of the cheese I think is in that culture. It's not about the dairy. And I really feel like the cheese that I make is the best cheese that we've had. Yeah. But anyway, it's a process. I don't make it all the time. But, you know, for the most part, I think when we want the cheesy taste, we're using nutritional yeast. And there's, you know, millions of recipes out there for that. But yeah, that's kind of mostly what we're using. And I make a faux, but I do make a faux Parmesan cheese. That's incredible. From hemp seeds. And that you like.
I do like that.
Yes. Okay. And he's honest. Okay. Like if he doesn't like something, he will say he doesn't like it.
I don't like vegan cheeses.
Yeah.
I don't like real cheeses either. I never did.
That's true. But vegan, you know, the vegan cheeses, with the exception of Violife, they tend to be almost like slimy.
Yep.
Like
greasy, yuck.
So Violife is the best, but it's still not quite cheese. So for the most part, we just kind of don't use it. Or when we make a pizza, we just use my faux parm. We sprinkle that over the top as the cheese, and it's delicious that way. So that's what we do. But anyway, and then yes, if you don't want to eat meat, why do you still eat things that look and taste like meat? I feel like it's slightly relevant. We're coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas, holidays coming up, so it's like this is a great kind of question to talk about that. So if you want to answer that.
It turns out even vegans like to eat things that taste good. We don't avoid meat because we don't like the way it tastes. We don't eat meat because we don't like the way it treats the animal.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with liking the taste of steak. There's nothing wrong with liking the taste of chicken. If you like the taste of turkey, there might be something wrong with you. Turkey is awful.
I've never really liked.
Driest, most horrible thing.
Never liked
Earth.
Turkey.
Eating sand. I work with dudes who they spend like 17 hours the day before Thanksgiving trying to make turkey taste good. I mean, what's up with that? If it's that terrible of a thing, why even try? Just eat something that's already good. It only takes me like 2 minutes to make tofu taste good. I mean, just pour some soy sauce on it. You're good to go. Turkey? Nope. Gotta cook it for 18 hours on like some special cooker that costs $500. It's insane.
Or like deep fry it, smoke it. Like, it's the thing, like meat, like even meat doesn't taste good. Like, You have to do so, like, you can't just like boil it and have it be yummy.
No.
Like, it's got to be marinated for 24 hours to break down the muscle fibers and do, you know. Anyway, tons of, like, bacon is not a natural product. Even bacon, the holy grail bacon, is like smoked for, like, I don't even know, like, forever, and salted to death, you know, and like, well, it was death before it was salt, but you know, salt, you know, and it's just like, it's not itself, you know. So I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, but the thing is, obviously, too, you're so funny. You're like, I don't know what you are. You're like kind of hyper tonight or something.
Right.
So sorry, just 1 second. So the thing is, most of us were not born vegan, you know. I mean, like Sage will be, but like, you know, we grew up eating certain things and experiencing certain textures and certain flavors and certain food traditions. And so while for the most part we eat, you know, a whole foods plant-based diet, we are not actually eating faux meats or cheeses very often, like, at all. I think at first it can be kind of a nice transition.
Yep. Like,
if you're used to having sausage and eggs in the morning, well, then you can do your tofu scramble with like a little sausage link or something. And at first, field roast is actually insanely good for that. But at first, it's kind of like that's what you do just because that's what you're used to cooking and used to eating. But then eventually, it's like just sort of get away from it more and more and more to where we like just literally almost never have faux meats or cheeses. But, you know, coming up for Thanksgiving, we're going to find ourselves a Gardein holiday roast, and we're going to make that thing. And it's like turkey, but like if turkey was good. It's stuffed with an amazing cranberry, wild rice stuffing with this glorious gravy. And we're going to get lingonberry sauce from IKEA. And I'm going to make my oil-free mashed potatoes. And oh my gosh, like even now I'm like already just kind of like drool's coming out of my mouth and I cannot wait. But, you know, like we have certain traditions, and that doesn't mean that we want to just completely get rid of every single one of our traditions. But, you know, I don't want to kill stuff to eat it, you know. So yeah, I think it's like the cost is too high. So I think a lot of times people have this image of vegans as just like constantly eating these meat replacements. Most
are not.
Morning, lunch, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's just not the way it is for us and almost any other vegan that we know, you know.
It's really expensive and it's really bad for you.
Yeah, so it's not something we do. But anyway, yeah, but like, why do you still want to eat it? Yeah, I guess it's just kind of like memories, or like every now and then if you're going out, you know, okay, I'd like a burger and some French fries, like every now and then. So it's, you know, not, I don't know. Anyway, it's all good. I don't know. I think that we kind of explained it. It's like, yeah, okay.
Things are tasty. We want to kill things for tasty.
Yeah, like the life of that creature is not worth the 10 or 15 minutes that I spend enjoying it in my mouth. You know, like that wasn't worth that creature's life to me. So I will enjoy a thing that tastes and looks almost exactly the same, sometimes like freakishly so, like Impossible Burger. Like we had an Impossible Burger at a Cheesecake Factory, and it was like, you gave us real meat. Like this is like, it was almost creepy. Like a lot of the faux meats like have a little taste to them that's like lets you go, okay, it's fake meat, it's not real. That thing was like indistinguishable. Like we had to trust that we did not get real meat because it was like almost too good. It was like, or not too good, I mean like too good of a replacement.
Too well duplicated,
yeah, to where like at this point, because I have such a strong connection to what meat is, it honestly grossed me out just a little bit. So anyway, mentality changes and all that. Okay, so next one, another really great one. Also, I have seen some people who call themselves vegan and then eat foods like Fritos. It seems that at least part of the reason for veganism would be because it is healthier, but if you're just going to keep eating processed foods, what is the point?
Well, we don't eat Fritos. We eat Trader Joe's organic corn chip dippers.
No, we don't. Those do not come in this house. It's like a bad day if I like, oh man, because then they come in the house and then it's just like they disintegrate. Because oh man, that's one of those no fly foods not allowed in the house.
Too good.
Except for very occasional, super fun treat times, like probably New Year's Eve. You know, like where you want to have a party that's like a party for real, not just like whatever.
But to answer the question, vegan is not necessarily synonymous with health.
No.
So Oreos are vegan. Fritos are vegan. Because vegan's about ethics and not about health specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
not that Fritos or Oreos is like a vegan ethics thing. It's just they happen to be so processed and so far removed from anything natural whatsoever that there's not a single animal product in it because I'm pretty sure it's all plastic. So, you know, it's like...
They're vegan accidentally, not on purpose.
GMO corn and salt. It's vegan. You know, so it's like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, veganism is an ethical standpoint about not harming animals. But then if you're looking at health, that's plant-based. Although now all the fake meats like Beyond Burgers and Impossible Meats or whatever, they're starting to steal the plant-based label, even though they're not like whole foods at all. So we have to like add whole foods, plant-based, vegan to describe what we are, because you can't just say plant-based anymore because the marketers have stolen that term. Yeah. Just because it's not made of animals doesn't necessarily mean that it is made of plants. Or it's like
roughly made from plants.
It is made
used to be plants.
Of the ghosts of plants past, you know, not like current plants. But anyway, so for the most part, you have to kind of keep that in mind. So some people are vegan, but then they're purely ethical vegans, and they couldn't care less about health. Like you have a friend like that.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we tend to be more healthy. Although they did like your cheese sauce.
They did.
Oh yeah, Adam has his own recipe for an amazing nacho cheese sauce, which is so good.
Video coming in the future.
Yes. His recipe for nacho cheese. It's incredible, and we fed it to many people who were like, "What?" Like it's so good.
Non-vegans thought it was good.
Yeah.
Didn't know it wasn't cheese.
Yeah. Yep. So good. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, so your friend did really like that, even though he's a junk food vegan. So it's like a junk food vegan and non-vegan approved of Adam's perfectly healthy plant-based nacho cheese sauce. Anyway.
Actually plant-based.
Actually plant-based, yes, from actual plants. Like it starts off with boiling carrots. So it's like actual plants. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, I think that's the last question that we were going to answer.
Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, hopefully that was illuminating and helpful to anyone. And again, if you've got more questions and you'd like to ask them down below, go right ahead, you know? Because one thing that I like suddenly thought of was, and we didn't answer, but I'm not going to answer, but I'm going to bring it up, is like an example question. Like what's wrong with eating cheese or drinking milk or eating eggs if it doesn't kill the animal? So that's like another question potentially. So like, just like kind of as an example of things you might wonder, like, what's up with that? Or what's this? So again, like super technical nutrition questions, go to nutritionfacts.org. But for other kinds of like questions like that, you know, come to us and we would be willing to answer those for you. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. And do you have anything else to say?
No.
You're good?
Yep.
All right. So I guess we better get it back out and see our kids. And as always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.